So back in January, our central air conditioning heat pump, that's how we heat our house, was not working anymore. So what I went ahead and did was, I like to do stuff myself. I went ahead and bought the Mr. Cool central ducted DIY heat pump, and I wanted to the show you the installation here a little bit, and I wanted to show you what effect it has had on our electric bills since. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the electric costs since we've had it installed, and go ahead and show you a little bit of the heat pump itself. Okay, here it is, the Mr. Cool central air heat pump. This was a DIY job, so all the lines were already filled. All I had to do was just hook them up. So this was already here, the duct work, because I had a heat pump in here already. And this one here was basically very easy to install. It took me to do the whole project, it was a little over a day. The only difference with this one, it was a little bit shorter than the one I had in here. The one I had in here was probably 25 years old. This here, I just had to add on a little bit extra to the duct work there. And I had to add a disconnect right here inside, where the other one for some reason didn't have one inside. So I have a disconnect on the inside, disconnect on the outside. This also has a drain pump to it here, a condensation pump that pumps the water to the outside. That was already here. I put a trap on here, a P trap on here. The other one didn't have that, so that was something I added new. So any condensation, and then I don't have to worry about the water getting sucked back up inside the unit here with the P-trap. And I also have a heat pump, hot water heater. That's what this line here is for. But that's, like I said, very simple setup here. The lines go straight up and out. The other ones were not as nice as these. The other ones didn't have real good insulation on them. These are real solid insulation, sealed all the way around. And it just actually looks better than the professional setup that was here. Let me take you out in the other room here real quick. Is where they come out through the wall. I need to set them up here a little bit better. I'm gonna put a strap up there to support them a little bit better. But it just goes out to the outside right there. Right here, I had a 100 amp breaker here before. It's now got a 50 amp breaker because I took I don't have the heating elements in this one where the other one did. This one's supposed to cool down to minus 22, I believe, which is never going to get to that here. So I don't have that. I have some backup propane heaters in here if I really need them. So let me take you outside and show you the other side of this. Here's the outdoor unit here. It's stacked too high. This thing here is super quiet. It makes no noise almost at all. You can't really hear it at all. The other one was a little noisy, especially when it was raining or something, the rain hitting it. This I have under cover here. Here's the line set here coming in. I already had the disconnect outside here, so that was already wired up. All I had to do is run wire from there to there. Pretty simple. This is my thermostat wire coming through here. So it was a very simple setup. So like I say, it took me, I don't know if it took me a whole day to deal with it, but very simple, easy setup. I did have to make a concrete pad here, which isn't the greatest. I was doing this in the middle of the winter, so it was a little sloppy, a little last minute setup here, because I wasn't planning on replacing air conditioning in the middle of the winter. But anyway, there it is. I'm going to show you the old unit. I still have that laying around out here. Well, up here is where the old unit sat out here, and that was actually in the weather. So hopefully this one here will last a little longer. Here's the old unit right here. It's an old Lennox. It worked. We've been here for 8 years. It worked okay for 7 years. Here's the indoor part of that unit. And but anyway, it needed replaced. I didn't really want to do it in the middle of winter, but that's what it ended up. But I want to get inside here and show you my savings over the past 6 to 8 months. Go over our bill here, electric bill, show you what how we made out with that. Okay, here's my electricity cost for the past year, since January. We installed it in late January. Here you can tell we had some serious issues in January because the heat pump wasn't working at all in January. So we had $596 and $775. So we were using some propane and also space heaters. So that drove our cost way up to $775.52 in January. And we installed it around the 22nd of January. So we get into February, we went from 384 down to 316. And then in March, we went from 382 down to 260. And in April, we went from 265 down to 261. And in May, we went from 231 to 216. And then our summer this year was a lot warmer than last year. Last year's summer was a lot cooler than this year. So our electric bill is a little bit different during the summer this year. So from June, we went from 242 in 2023 to 268 this year. And in July, it was 543 in 2023, but it dropped down to 345 this year. In August, it was 437, and it dropped down to 291. And then we don't have the numbers for September yet, but I calculate them, and it's probably going to be around 225, I would say, coming up for this next bill. It just ended. It ends right around the 17th or 18th of the month, so it should be right around the same, 2.25, somewhere around there. But as you can see, we've definitely saved a lot of money over the previous year. Other than this one blip right here in June, where we spent a little bit more, overall, the heat pump has been doing real well for us as far as the cooling goes. And the heat, you can see, you know, we were using the heat part of it, you know, here in February, March, and probably a little bit of April, but you know, that's a big difference from the previous year there. 382 down to 260, that's, you know, $112. And 384 down to 316, it's another almost $70. So I think the thing is going to pay for itself pretty quickly. Like I said, the old heat pump, it was 25 years old, and it was just you know, the last couple of years you could tell it was struggling. So it was time to get a new one. I was hoping to wait until, you know, in the spring to replace it, but unfortunately I'll replace it in January when it was very cold out. Anyway, that's what we've got so far for savings. I'm going to go ahead and do another video probably in December to see how it compares to last year, and then hopefully next summer we'll do another video to see if it's still producing well. Thanks for watching the video. You guys have a good day.